Because sometimes when people make a change, they're already doubting whether this new thing can be the thing. Some people quit right there.
I think a lot of people do. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying it didn't cross my mind. It did. But I think you pick your hard. You know, I've been through years of that sort of corporate slavery, if you will, and the hassle that comes with that and being told what you're worth and being told where to be and when. And that hard to me. I said, well, that's hard. This is hard. Mm-hmm. Which one's going to pay off? I'm gonna try this hard.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Life Insurance Academy podcast. Today we're in studio, special guest all the way from Roanoke, Virginia with Posterity Financial Partners. You're going to love meeting this guy. Plus, he has the crispest, cleanest shirts and branding that I've seen in a long time. He's getting to showcase that here for you today. Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Thomas Gibson. Welcome, man.
Hey, yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Cool. It's so cool to have you. We've known each other for about a year or so now.
Yeah, right at a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, just over a year, October, I think. Yeah.
And, dude, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you. You've got the best, coolest, smooth, crazy sense of humor personality of anyone that I've met.
No, don't do that.
You stand in your own space and you own it. And if I had to say someone as cool as a cucumber, it's this guy. And yet the humor just flows and it's right there below the surface. And in the right company, it can go off the rails pretty quick.
A little bit, sometimes. Yeah.
So I've seen that come out, and I've actually learned to appreciate it. Thomas, you've been in the business since 2019.
Yes, sir.
But your story precedes that with some things that got you there. And I want the listeners today to know a little bit about you, your backstory, why you got in the business, and why now you're in the retirement space almost exclusively inside of your agency, but still Medicare, life, and retirement. But you thrive in that retirement space. But man, you did not grow up in a family that was thinking about retirement planning and asset planning. And was that even a word you knew in your family? Family of four, right?
Right. Yeah.
Family of four.
Absolutely.
A larger extended family.
Very much so.
And from Jacksonville, North Carolina.
That's right.
And that accent is still there.
A little bit.
I still hear it.
Yeah.
I still hear
Some say it pops out after a bourbon or two.
There you go. So tell us, man. Tell us about your background. There's a backstory there that I want them to hear because, everybody has this story of origin and the thing that fuels them to actually do the things they want to do and make changes in their life. And I think some of that is what fueled you to where you are today.
Yeah. I mean, I certainly so. I was telling you earlier a funny story. I think a lot of people don't believe me when I say it, but our idea of fun on Sundays was to go behind the Family Dollar, and we would literally go dumpster diving. Dad would hold me by the ankles and say, "You got something, son?" And he'd reel me in every now and then, and we had fun. We had no idea that wasn't like common practice.
Yeah.
They were throwing it away. We were collecting it. We were having a good old time. But, needless to say, my family, they worked hard, but they had little to no education as far as, and I think like so many other people in the general public, they were just told, work hard your whole life.
Yeah.
And one day you die, I think. And that was like the goal. They didn't know any better.
So just have fun doing it.
Yeah, well, try. Yeah. We were certainly having fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and that's something that certainly, once I was exposed to the industry and what I can do to help people and how I can help my family, it was a no-brainer for me because I didn't want my kids to come up that way. Mm-hmm. Didn't want to spoil them by any means, but certainly wanted to show them that there is a path here with hard work. So
North Carolina, and then there's an episode in Durango, Colorado.
Yeah.
A full population of 20,000.
Apparently.
You decided to relocate to a 20,000 person town in the middle of the mountains in the western United States from Jacksonville North Carolina.
Yeah, I'd never been anywhere, never seen anything. I had a buddy that got out of the military and was originally from Durango, Colorado, and I was talking to him and complaining I was in car sales at the time, 20, 21-year-old young male, and just doing my thing, trying to figure out where I'm going aimlessly, you know. And he said, well, why don't you come on out here? I got a room for rent. And little did I know, he had a very tiny room for a very expensive price. At the time, I didn't realize how expensive Colorado was, but moved out. I was out there for the better part of a decade. I was out there for a year to kind of sow my wild oats. And if there were 20,000 people in Durango, I must have met 19,000 of them, you know. And then after about 12 months of being there, I met Natasha, who is my now wife. Yeah.
And she was a standout.
She stood out. She sure did.
How did you guys meet?
We, another funny story. We met at the Irish Embassy Pub in Durango, Colorado.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's the same as all true love stories, their beginning. But we met at the pub, and she did stand out, and I maybe had a Guinness or two, and so I'd worked up some bravery. Yeah. And then I went over to her and just asked her what was going on. And I don't know. It was very dim lighted downstairs. She couldn't quite make me out. So
you had that going for you?
Yeah. I think I was appealing to some degree.
I didn't know which way the story that was going. I didn't know if it was dim lighted for you or dim lighted for her.
Definitely for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking real good in that low light, you know, but.
And so you've been together now for 16 years.
Yeah, 16 years.
2 Guinnesses, and 16 years later, 2 kids, and relocation back to Roanoke, Virginia.
Yeah, nothing but fun times.
Zip, zip. You're just moving around. Now, she's not originally from Colorado.
No, she was from Corrales, New Mexico, right outside of Albuquerque.
So she was up there trying to sow some oats, too.
Yeah. She had heard I was in town.
That's it.
And no, she was up visiting some of her alumni friends, and she went to Fort Lewis College in Durango.
Okay.
Came back to visit, and the rest is history. You know,
there it is,
as they say.
You did your thing.
I did something.
You did something.
I'm a real lucky guy sometimes.
You did something. So 2 kids later, Taylor and Troy.
Taylor's our 10-year-old daughter.
Yep.
Who's a genius, very artistic, very wonderful soul. Troy, our 7-year-old son, just turned 7 in November.
Yeah.
We call him Troy Destroy, like a wrecking ball, that guy.
Yeah. Is he more like you when you were growing up?
He's more like somebody. I don't know, you know. Yeah, people put the blame on me, but I'll own it. You know, he's a lot like Dad was when he was young, but he's good kids. We're doing something right. You know, we got a wonderful family, and they're beautiful kids. They take after Mom. So we tell them what's more important than being pretty. And they always say being kind. I'm like, good. You know? So
that is good. So your career started, you went out there and you went to work for AT&T and got a corporate job and slowly moved up, and you got relocated back to Roanoke, Virginia.
Correct. Yeah, I was climbing the corporate ladder. Roanoke, Virginia had we wanted to get back closer to the East Coast, but not so close that family could just come knock on the door whenever. My mother and father were both, they lived a good old hard Southern life, and they were both in poor shape health-wise. And so we wanted to get closer to them. And Roanoke had a general manager position available at AT&T. I applied, got the position. They moved us out, and gosh, we've been out there since 2018, maybe 17, 18.
What inspired you to get into the insurance industry?
That's a good question.
What was the impetus?
The
inflection point.
Well, being in this business managerial position where I'm supposed to grow the business with AT&T, great company for some folks, don't get me wrong, but I was meeting a referral partner of mine who was supposed to be a referral partner. It was the first time we met. He's a financial advisor at a well-known firm. And he said, man, what's up? You don't seem your normal jovial self. I guess I was wearing it on my sleeve a little. I said, man, corporate life, they're just making me pull my hair out right now. Take, you know, and I feel like a lot of us have been in that corporate slavery mentality. And anyway, he said, look, long story short, we're hiring I think you'd be great for the role. And that's what kind of instigated me getting exposure into the industry to begin with.
Now, you started with a financial advisory firm.
I did. Yeah, a well-known one.
Yeah.
Started with these guys, and a great company and everything, but little did I know, I went in and got my securities initial exam, doing all the security stuff, you know, Series 6. And then when I went to get my Series 7, I failed the exam. I'm okay, acknowledging that. And I didn't know it at the time, but they let you go at that point. If you fail the Series 7, you have to have it.
You have to have it. Series 6 is for mutual funds and stuff like that.
Mutual funds, other variable products, variable annuities.
But the 7 is for like stocks.
Yep, individual stocks and everything in between.
So they wanted you to have all of it, and you failed, and so they said, "There's the door."
There's the door. They showed it to me.
What happened? Where'd you go?
I did a lot of research and had a couple of connections that were at.
How'd that make you feel after leaving AT&T?
Oh, that was 6.5 years of AT&T.
Was it a regret? What did I do?
A little bit.
Did that make you question your decision or your abilities?
It did.
Because sometimes when people make a change, Thomas, they're already doubting whether this new thing can be the thing. And so we all internally, if we're all honest, we all have this internal anxiety that says, am I? Can I? Am I enough? Can I pull this off? Do I have what it takes? We have our past. Yours was upside down in a dumpster on Sundays, right?
Yeah,
and that guy getting pulled out by the feet, that same guy left a corporate job to start out something new and then failed, and they said, there's the door. What does that do to your psyche?
That's a good question. It did. I was upside down again, I think. It's one of those things where I've got a very supportive household. My wife's very supportive. I've got folks around me, much like yourself, who have encouraged me, and they had faith in my ability. But you do lose faith, and you're like, so many people have passed that test. Why did I fail? Am I not cut out for this? Yeah. What am I doing? But I knew I didn't want to go back to that corporate life, so much so that I said, I got to figure this out. Because once you get exposure to this industry too, and you find out what it brings and the power that it has, the value that it brings to both my household and my clients. Yeah. It's a reciprocal thing. So I'm like, I gotta figure this out. I just don't know. Now that I know about it, where do I go? Where do I find my
So you
home?
didn't let that stop you.
I did it. And
it was a setback,
it did
but
discourage.
It was a setback for a setup, huh?
Right. Yeah. And I think that's where you just got to prevail and you got to keep pushing through.
Some people quit right there.
I think a lot of people do. And I'm not saying it didn't cross my mind. It did, but I think you pick your hard. I've been through years of that sort of corporate slavery, if you will, and the hassle that comes with that, and being told what you're worth and being told where to be and when, and you're really captive no matter what you do. That hard to me. I said, well, that's hard. This is hard. Which one's going to pay off? I'm gonna try this hard, and so I did. And
but you had jumped all in, so your wife and kids were looking at you, going, "Okay, Dad, what now?"
Yeah.
Where did you end up? Where did you land?
New York Life, actually, another well-known company. Again, a great company and stuff, and I was there for about 2.5 years in the field as an agent, then advisor. Ended up getting my Series 63 and some other accolades.
So many series.
I know. It's
so many series. And for those of you that, if you're just getting into the insurance business, you don't even need to know what they all mean. No. It's just another certification that people want you to have to be able to do business.
Yeah, I'm not sure I could tell you what they all mean.
Exactly.
I was told to do this.
So you got that one.
Yeah, got that one. And anything really, if I was told it would help me better help my clients or open up opportunities that I didn't have before to do so, I was all about it, right? And I think getting exposure and everything financial and everything life insurance and variable and everything in between, I said, gosh, I like a lot of this stuff, but I don't necessarily want to have to drink the Kool-Aid of all this or all assets under management, or there's so many cool things out there. I don't want to be captive to any one thing. Yeah. And I didn't know, I said, I know the industry I want to be in. Yeah. but where can I offer all these things, just a plethora of things, and genuinely tailor suit solutions to my clients, whomever they might be,
Now, they offered you a position, a promotion to be partner.
A promotion, right.
To be partner.
Yeah.
I'm doing air quotes, partner.
Right.
Did partner mean partner? What did partner mean?
Partner.
We're not disparaging anybody, by the way.
Sure.
It's just a part of the protocol. It's a corporate company, large, successful company, been around for years, very well known. But
learned a lot over there.
Yes. One of the best training programs I've heard.
One of the best.
Yes.
Yeah. Very extensive. And I'm thankful for my time there. But, as a partner, you're essentially a glorified recruiter. And I did learn some very valuable things there, too. But then you're also very much corporate again. And I
so you went back to salary.
Yeah, as a salary, plus a little attaboy if you do this and that and all that good stuff. But again, you're very much you're under the wings of someone at all times saying you got to do it this way, and your tie has to look like that, and it's all these things where I'm like, can't I just tie it this way, or just a little different, and times are changing, and so. I said, man, I got exposure to a friend of mine who was in the IMO space and doing a lot of what I was doing, but doing it independently.
As an independent broker.
Yeah. And had access to various companies, carriers, solutions, different things that I necessarily didn't. And long story short, Roger, he just kind of sold me on the idea of, why don't you go independent, do it your way? And, so I did.
And
you're
off to the races.
I was off to the races, did well, drank the Kool-Aid again, as you have to. You got to believe in yourself, and you got to believe in what you're doing. I knew we were doing right by people, but I think the culture was necessarily not the culture that I wanted to plant roots in.
What was off? I'm sure there's plenty of good people there.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And you know, like anywhere else or anyone else, you don't know what you don't know until you figure out you don't know it. But it was one of those things where it was very much, you pretty much coached, hey, just go fast, go hard, throw as much against the wall as you can, see what sticks. And that can get you rolling pretty quick, and it looks nice and shiny in the beginning, but as you're well aware, it results and it's not so sustainable long term. It's a very short term gain, and that's just not the way I wanted to do things. I wanted to be able to take my time with individuals, and I didn't want to hard selling somebody. It's just not even going to happen. Yeah, I'm like, no, either you want it and you care about your family, or you're protecting them or your wealth or whatever it is. If you care, I care. But if you don't care, I don't. I'm not going to sell you so I can make $1. Yeah, and then throw it back later. Yeah. So anyway.
So then you connected with this guy named Elvir
Bazdrovic. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know that anyone says it correctly, but he won't correct you. So yeah. Elvir, Modern Financial, good buddy of mine. We were basically under the same agency umbrella at the IMO. And like I said, a lot of good people, and Elvir and I, we created a relationship based on we were the ones that were always there. We were the ones holding virtual meetings with all the agents, new agents coming in, talking them off the ledge, coaching them. They didn't have to be on our team or anything like that. Yeah, we just cared. Yeah, and that went a long way too. We've established a lot of great relationships. But while him and I are two completely different people, obviously, the one thing that we had very much in common is that we wanted to genuinely help people, clients, agents, new advisors coming in, whatever it was, help them be successful so that they can better help clients. Yeah. And then now you have a sustainable business, something that you can replicate, something worth replicating, something with integrity. Yeah. Essentially.
And Elvir's been on the podcast, right? Elvir Bazdarovich. He's got an accent there. I'm
Bosnian.
Bazdarovich. I'm getting closer. Probably still didn't get it right. And a lot of people call him Elvis because they can't say Elvira. And he
Elvira's
tells me the
too
story
tough,
that he got hung up on several times when he told people his name was Elvira. And then some lady said, "What did you say, Elvis?" And he said, "Yes." And she goes, "Okay, Elvis." And he said, from that day on, he's fine with the name Elvis too. So
That's right.
You and Elvira made a change about a year ago and partnered together with Posterity Financial Partners and Modern Financial.
Yes, sir.
And now you are in all three verticals connected in a space. How did that happen? Why did that happen? And what does the future look like now for you guys?
Well, we both wanted to. I mean, Elvira, we all have our strengths, right? And Elvira is amazing in the mortgage protection final expense realm. I mean, the guy's he's writing from high numbers from his own pen. He's a heck of a coach, and his persistency is like really fantastic, which is kind of unheard of in that space, right?
Yes, one of the highest in the industry.
And meanwhile, I'm over here doing a lot of the things that he's like, I don't get it, you know? So I like to do a lot of the retirement stuff. I nerd out on it. I enjoy taking the time. And then we've got the Genesers who are great on the Medicare and ACA health side, all that. But we all had the same common belief that we wanted to just better help our clients and better help our agents help our clients.
Yeah.
And so we created sort of a tripod, if you will, where it all comes together symbiotically to where look, man, I've done AHIP and all that, but I'm not the Medicare specialist. But you need to talk to my partner, my trusted partner, because they're going to help you out.
Yeah.
And so we can stay in our lane and still trustingly help these clients, no matter what the need is. So we wanted to just be able to do all things.
Yeah.
And do it right.
How's it going?
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. I mean, the first year, the transition coming from one IMO to another is it can be a rocky road, right? But so well worth it. We were never sold dreams or promised anything, told that, hey, it's going to be seamless and, you know, it's all going to be really easy. No, we knew. But
why the change?
Culture, the integrity of the things.
What does that mean? Culture is a buzzword that so many people use it, and sometimes it
throw it around
loses
a
its
lot.
flavor. So what does that mean to you?
Being around like-minded people, good people, who genuinely care. Chris Ball texted me last week. Hey man, how you doing? Been thinking about you. I actually believe that he was thinking about me, you know, and it's stuff like that. And it's like, gosh, that just reminds me, I need to call some of my people too. I need to be that much better. And who knows, maybe they catch the fire and then they want to do it. And we just felt love, professionalism. It's a very professional organization. And we were heard for the first time. It's like, guys, this is great, but maybe we should tweak some things. And how can we work better together to help everyone else? And that didn't fall on deaf ears this time. So it's very cohesive, and I love it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Sky's the limit now.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You were once a background in a movie, Dangerous Lives of Altar Boys. I don't even know what that movie's about because that could go in a lot of different directions. And also, you had a scene in Dawson's Creek. For those of you who are old enough to remember Dawson's Creek, what the heck were you doing there? And why are you doing that last year when you're supposed to be out?
Last year, yeah. Well, I was throwing a football with Vanderbeek on the. No, I'm in the background. It just, you know, random knowledge. And kicking a soccer ball with some buddies. And they were filming on the set of Wilmington for Dangerous Lives of Altar Boy. It's okay. I think it's PG-13. Not too bad. But yeah, just right place, right time, I guess. You know,
dude has done everything. We had one of the questions here as we get ready for these podcasts is, you know, what's something that you'd like to discuss? And you said why I choose retirement planning, or this industry, or lasting mark as your forever home. You can pick whichever one of those that you want to talk about. and you can riff. We got 2 minutes to talk about that.
Why don't we summarize it?
Sure.
This is kind of a whole here. To echo a lot of what I've already said, I like doing things that are very intentional, very controllable, so to speak. And I want to be able to make a genuine positive impact on people's lives. Where can I go and do that? Where do I have the tools and resources to help me succeed? And I can have a smile on the end of my face at the end of the day, and you make a heck of a career out of this.
Yeah.
I mean, we all got bills to pay. The money's there, but I know that I'm doing a good deed, and every time I do a good deed, it pays again and again, and it's the gift that keeps on giving. And because of this business and the way we've grown it, annual reviews and client meetings and referrals, and it just keeps on giving back. And we're at a point where we're growing despite our best efforts, and not growing sometimes. I think I'll take the day off. You're not today. Clients are sending you stuff, and it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling, and we couldn't do it anywhere else. I mean, Lassie Mark is home for us. I'm not going to beat that drum too hard, but it took a lot of tears and planning and conversations to get where we're at, and why we chose to be here, and this is it, buddy. Like it or not, you got me.
One of the things that I've respected about you and getting to know you is that you've actually learned something from every place you've stopped along the way. And you've always said great things about the people there that you've learned things from along the way.
Absolutely.
And never was it, those POSs. It's never been that for you.
No.
Because I think a lot of people, when they haven't found the right place, they want to look at everything that's wrong instead of looking at what's right. Yeah, that might not be for you, and you might be ready to move on or create a new relationship or a new opportunity. But too many people just want to look at those people are the reason I'm failing.
Right.
Yeah. As opposed to, I've learned so much here, and I can apply that now to my future opportunity. And I think if more people had that outlook, because I've heard you say good things about the last place you were, about AT&T, about the car business, about, New York Life, even about Edward Jones, Yeah. I mean, even though it was a short-lived, that was your entryway into something that's ultimately changed your life. And you shared something with me out in the hallway before we came in. And because while you're a top life producer, you thrive in the retirement space, annuity space, fixed index annuities, protecting people's retirement, helping them make sure they don't run out of money before they run out of days.
That's right.
And to be able to leave a legacy for the people they care about the most, and how to leverage their retirement, protect it, and maximize it. And you said, right now, if everything goes well, like I could have a $4 million month in annuity production this month.
Correct.
And we're talking about hundreds of $1,000s in commissions for Thomas.
Sure.
Like, that's life-changing, man.
Absolutely.
That is life-changing money. Did you even believe that was possible the day you got on that plane and flew from Jacksonville, North Carolina to Durango, wondering where the heck you were going when you were 20 years old, and getting to that apartment and realizing this room is much smaller than I thought for way more money than I was prepared to spend.
Right.
And what am I doing in my life? Like, fast forward like 16 years, you and Natasha have been married, and where you are now and what this industry's been able to provide. There's new people listening that are on a journey of their own, right? And they're wondering whether this industry is the right industry for them. And now you're operating in a space where you guys offer Medicare, life insurance sales, simplified issue, fully underwritten, mortgage protection, final expense, the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Telesales, face-to-face, and retirement protection with annuities and asset management, all the things. And even though you passed all your Series 6s and 63s and all the things, people don't need any of those to actually do what you're doing now. And they can change their life like you've changed yours. What's in it for them? And just give them a little snapshot into the life of Thomas Gibson now and what you see for the future for you guys, your team, your organization, but for new people coming in. And how is the industry now so much better than it even was when you got started? And why? And what are they going to benefit from working with you?
Yeah, I mean, where we're at right now, we're in a beautiful place of growth. There's finally light at the end of the tunnel where, in the beginning we talked, it's a lot of peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
And then it starts to kind of go like this, but it's always headed up. And we're very much in growth mode. Folks that come on with us, we say, look, you're either all in or you're not. And you have to be all in. You've got to want it. You've got to want to change your life and others as well. And it doesn't come easy. Nothing great came easy, but it is simple. You get in, you plug and play. We've created systems and tools and a team, a culture in where you can come in and plug in, not be on a lonely island, and get to dial in with us. We're in the trenches with you. It's a very replicatable system. It's sort of cookie cutter. So if you want to jump in and get going, now's the time to do it. This is the place to do it. If the grass was greener somewhere else, I'd be there playing ball. I'm not. I love what we're doing. I love the direction we're headed in. And if someone who's new coming into the industry, I'd say if you're genuinely willing to just sacrifice a little bit of time and hard work, that there's no other place you can go and eventually get paid more than you're worth. Right? It doesn't maybe start out that way, but eventually, I think I'm worth a lot. I've never gotten paid what I'm worth, but I'm a whole heck of a lot closer today than I have been in the past. And so jump in, learn with us. Let's help you, help your clients, and go from there.
Yeah, man, it's been fun getting to know you over this past year, and I'm excited about where you're going as an organization and as a dad, husband, and a team leader, and what you got going on with your organization. How do they reach you?
Yep, you can reach out to posterityfinancial.com or THMS Gibson at posterityfinancial.org. And
you have social? Are you a social guy? You on Instagram?
Thomas Gibson on all platforms. Should find me just fine.
THOMAS?
Yes, sir. You got it.
You
and not the actor either.
Did you grab that before anyone else did? How did you get that?
I don't know.
Holy cow. How many Thomas Gibsons are in the world and you were the one who got it?
There's like a famous one. He played on Dharma and Greg. So
he knows all the actors, by the way, from all of his acting in his early days.
Yeah.
Dharma and Greg. We just dropped another one. Well, man, thank you for being on the podcast. Appreciate you coming down from Roanoke and being here for this. It's been a pleasure. I can't watch to watch you grow. And guys, I hope you learned something today from Thomas's story, that you can go from being upside down in a dumpster on a Sunday at a Family Dollar to being upside down in a corporate position, realizing you're not in the right place, to getting fully upright and running into your future with all the opportunity that it can afford you. Get in line with the right people, the right opportunity, and you can change your life. Thank you guys for watching this episode, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Life Insurance Academy podcast.